Okay, this week we have 3 items instead of a bundle, and we have the spoiled tree, the heavy metal weapon stand, and the bird, stand right there. Now I'm going to start off with the actual tree itself. As you can see, it is actually a nice looking tree. I think as a decoration, it's better than as a resource generator. The only thing that I have an issue with this tree is, as I watched it, I realized the apples do not move. The entire tree waves, but not the apples. And that slightly annoys me. But unless you're sitting there staring at it, yeah, probably wouldn't notice it, but I'm guessing you'll never unsee that now. But as I said, as a tree, it looks good. The actual design actually looks good. You can place one of these. I do like the idea of having like a actual fruit tree. You can see it does do good shading on everything. Now, the actual tree itself is a resource generator. It makes spoiled fruit. Now, unless I am not confused, there's only 2 things you can do with spoiled fruit, which is you can take 10 of them and make it into a fertilizer. Now, I have weight reduction on, but it basically is 0.1, and this tree can hold 1 weight, so I'm guessing it'll make 10 spoiled fruit. Now, that means roughly every hour it'll make 1 fertilizer if you grab it, so that's nice if you need a lot of fertilizer. Otherwise, the only other thing I can think of is eating it. Because as you can see, with me having full food and stuff, the disease chance is pretty low. Gives you 10 food. That said, that's basically the only thing I know of you can do with spoiled fruit. So, it's a nice little decoration that does something. But that's basically what it is. It is nice to have if you like a actual fruit tree kind of thing in there. I'm hoping they'll give us maybe more uses for that later on. Now, as you can see, when I put my Pip-Boy on, those little burners down there do not give any light, real. It does give a nice smokiness to it, but that's it. Now, originally when I saw this, I was thinking it was going to display the weapon sideways, but it actually did long ways, which, oddly enough, I actually like better, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but we'll go over the actual design right now. So it is that kind of Raider metal that we've seen them have a power armor frame for like this before, and it's, skulls and bolts and fire, but honestly, really nice, well done. You can see that the actual design itself is good. If they just used the actual frame underneath it, I'd buy that by itself without all the skulls and stuff. But as for it actually being an all together, if you're a raider character or a cultist type character, this actually works pretty well. The design is actually well done. The fire actually does look good. You can see it kind of, it has an actual little design. It goes like 1, 2, 3 down here. So it isn't just a singular poof smoke, there's that. Now, here's the reason I actually like the reason it was a long ways. I didn't notice this until I walked around, and I was like, that looks like a little cannon turret. And then all of a sudden I thought to myself, pirate ships, making it look like it's a trap, making it look like it's a fortification. There's so many interesting things you can do with something that looks like a cannon holder or just any type of heavy weapon. With it being long ways like this, it looks like you're about to shoot it at something. It looks like, especially with the cannon handle that I've got here, it looks like you're about to shoot this at something. And as such, for creative camp builders, I can't wait to see how they're going to, merge this into something to make deck guns of a pirate ship or, like a raider fortress. I mean, there's just so many interesting things you can do with something that looks like it's a impromptu cannon. And the last one, we've got the turkey buzzard. And you know what? This thing actually looks really good. You can see the detail work in it as you look at it. Now you can place 3 of these. You can place 1 of the apple trees and 30 of these. So, you know, those are classified as displays. So, when I actually walk up and nudge it, he flies off. And you can see actually when he's not here, it's got some skulls, bones, you know, your standard issue Halloween cultist, you know, Raider-esque, you know, deal. And it does not actually come back. Like, as you can see, it'll fly off, it'll drop feathers, it'll do all sorts of interesting things like that. But it just disappears. Now, they won't just come back. You have to actually click it again, and they will just fly back. They actually have their own animation of them turning back around and taking the extra time to actually do this. So it's an actual interesting animation that they've done. You know, this is an actual good decoration for any type of, you know, darker themed camp. And, you know, it adds a lot of flair to it. You know, maybe not having them all together, but having a couple around the base at strategic points could really add a lot. Also, just having them swoop in, it could add a lot of flair to different things in like videos or anything if you're a person that does stuff like that. So yeah, the actual design work of it actually is good. The creativity you can do with it, I'm pretty sure you'd be able, since I can actually see the interaction point all the way through, you could probably merge this right up until right about here at the top and just click it to have it launch. You know, maybe have like some oil drums or something blocking it. But, I mean, you can do a lot of interesting things with stuff like this. And with that, that is this week's Atom Shop. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I hope everyone has a great week, and I'd love to start seeing any other ideas. If you come up with any ideas for stuff like this, or know a different idea for spoiled fruit that I just have missed, leave it in the comments below. And I hope y'all have a fantastic season. And with that, have a good week.